the one that asked for that bill to be called to the floor of the House. I am the one that made sure that we had the House vote on it. And no, I was not in the chamber, but I would advise you, it was voted on unanimously by the House, that the House felt like every person deserved to know how they vote. And I would humbly, again, respectfully ask the Senate that you give the courtesy to the citizens of this state to do the same thing and allow it to come to the Senate floor so that they can vote. I am thrilled that we passed it out of the House. There is nothing I would love more
I'm
than...
thrilled that you are too, but where were you whenever the vote was cast on the roll call vote?
I was in Greenville. Do you want to know where the last 2.5 years
Is that
I was?
temporarily out the chambers?
Sir, I'm not gonna play games with you on this.
Oh, no, that's a straight up question, Ms.
No,
Aiden.
sir, I am not gonna play games with you. This is about voting
Did
on
you
the
put a
record.
statement in the journal on the rest of the roll call votes that day that were taken?
I put a statement on every bill that I can, but this is what I will tell you.
There was no other statements in the journal that
I
day
introduced-
on any roll call
I
vote,
introduced-
except the one that you had interest in.
Senator Knotts, I introduced this bill 2.5 years ago. You have fought me for 2.5 years, and I'm telling you, the people of this state will not forget how the senators vote on this bill.
Thank you, thank you.
And come next election, this bill will still be alive. I'm telling you, this is not about protecting the Senate. This is about the people of this state. The people deserve this. They deserve to know how you vote. This will make you better senators. I promise you that, if you will turn around and make sure that you are hitting a button when you vote.
Ms. Haley, I appreciate, Representative Haley, I appreciate it. I certainly, we appreciate your passion. We appreciate you being here. Let me ask you this question. Of course, as a member of the House, you have the ability on any bill to ask for a roll call that comes up. More particularly, and one thing I wanted to point out, because we've been asked to put this bill out as it is without any amendments. Do you appreciate the fact or the distinction that we have never taken up the budget bill section by section in the House, in the Senate? I understand the House, I served in the House for a number of years, and I understand the procedures as well. House does take it up, so that's where the budget's originated.
Right.
We don't do that in the Senate.
I understand that.
All right, so, it would impose a process that we don't accommodate the budget process that way.
Yes, sir, and that's what the House leadership said as well, and it's gone very smoothly ever since.
Well, let me ask you this question. You feel very strongly about the bill, and obviously any part of that bill you would, if you had within your ability, as a single member of the House, you would have imposed it on the House as a member, would you not? The recorded vote requirement.
I have proposed it as a permanent law.
Well, I understand that, but there's nothing that stops you, or has stopped you, particularly as the budget is taken up. I'm gonna give you a for instance. This isn't a for instance, this is the real deal. As the budget is taken up, and again, I've watched the process, been a part of that process, and as the section by section requirement on the budget, which we don't take it up that way in the Senate, but in the House you do, and when you take up that section, the Speaker of the House says, section 1A, section 1AB, whatever that small section of the bill is, because of the section by section. And he says, if there's any objections, unanimously adopted. Section 1A2B, any objection, unanimously adopted. Isn't it true that all you would have had to have done to accomplish what you say you want to do in this bill is say, Mr. Speaker, I object.
I am
Just one
shocked.
member.
I am shocked that y'all are fighting making this
No,
permanent
no, no,
law.
no, 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 no.
No, because
Answer my
right now,
question.
we turn around, we have a rule, and right now, if there's a section that comes up, one person gets a roll call on that section, one person, which is what our rules do. What this is saying is the same thing. Why aren't we
No. Your statute
You're
says there will be.
trying to defend your rule,
No,
and
no,
I'm
no,
trying to
I'm
defend the
talking
law.
about your statute. The proposed law, House 3047.
Right,
Requires a roll call vote
on every section.
on every section. You had the ability as a single member of the House to ask for one. You didn't have to allow unanimous consent to adopt every section of the budget.
Senator Martin, all I can tell you is you once again are trying to go around the.
No.
Tell me
I'm
what you're
asking-
trying to do, because I don't understand.
No, I do understand. And I
This
think you
bill
do
would
too.
ask for every section of the budget. I want that.
You,
That is what I'm fighting for. That is what I'm standing here
You-
missing session right now to do.
well, I understand it, but I'm asking you this question. When the speaker asks repetitively, any member object to the adoption of this section of the bill, as he goes through it?
We had many roll calls. As a matter of fact,
No,
let me
no, no.
tell you, under the rule, we had many roll calls on every section of the budget. Let me tell you how great it was. We had people who don't serve on Ways and Means
Right.
that came and said they were more empowered now because they actually could control sections of the budget, and that's never been allowed.
I'm not
before.
disputing that, but I want, for my benefit, since you're here speaking so passionately about this, what would have been wrong with applying, y'all took up the budget 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
When the speaker started going through the bill, you open up the first pages of the bill. He said, section 1.234. Any objection? Why don't you say, well, we're gonna do our law, roll call vote on every section of the bill.
Why should I have to do that? My
Because
point
you want
is,
the
if it
people
is,
to know how you vote.
if it is permanent law, then we will turn around and allow this to happen in the House and the Senate.
I'm not asking about permanent law. I'm asking about your desire as a member of the House
My desire
to
is,
impose that rule on the House.
my desire is after 2.5 years of a fight that I don't understand,
But no-
that you would quit having hearings like this where you're trying to fight something that is so
I'm
simple
not
and
fighting,
true
I'm
to the
not
people of
fighting,
this
I'm
city.
not fighting you, Ms. Hagan. No, I'm asking the question, if a section by section roll call vote is what your bill requires, why didn't you demand that in the budget?
I'm
Yes,
demanding it by law. I don't know how much further
Well,
I can demand it. I'm
okay.
demanding it by law
Ms. Hagan,
every year,
that's-
along with every other single
No.
bill that we take up in the House and the Senate.
You don't have to demand it by law.
Senator, what
You
I'm
did it.
saying is, right now, we are known to be a strong legislative state. And the reason we're known to be a strong legislative state is because legislators protect themselves. What
That's-
I'm saying is, for once, let's just protect the people
I'm
of
not,
this
I'm
state.
not, I'm not asking you, but I'm just asking you to help me understand.
I don't
Why-
understand you, so I don't
Well,
expect you to
I'm just-
understand me.
I want to know why you haven't done it as a member of the House.
I have asked, there is not one person that stands up and says, can we have a roll call vote, that I don't try and help
No,
them
you
do
don't-
that. My
no.
point is, why don't all of these votes go on the record?
It could have, if you had asked for it.
It can if we have
No, let me ask you, when you went through the budget,
Senator,
the bill, now I'm talking about the bill requires a section by section roll call, which y'all take it up that way, we don't, the budget.
right,
We do not take it up that way, and I've tried to explain that to folks. That's one of the minor deficiencies in the bill that we don't do. But I'm trying to help me understand why you would propose something and you've never done it.
with all due respect, Senator, you know exactly why I'm proposing this.
No.
I think it is very clear what this bill states. I think
Well-
I've expressed this for 2.5 years.
But
I
why-
think that y'all are continuing to try and distract and derail the situation,
No.
when the truth of the matter is you have a very great opportunity
And I'm
in front of
asking-
you
no.
to turn around and pass this to the Senate floor, clean, pure, not watered down, and allow every senator on your body
And that
to
gets
turn around and
back.
vote on this bill.